Hello everyone, I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, we're gonna talk about guaranteed events and why I think that Plarium completely cancelled the regular guaranteed events from Ancient Shards and probably even from Sacred Shards. That's why recently we've been getting just guaranteed voids and voids and voids and voids. Yes, we do have a new version, more or less. It's not necessarily a new version. This is actually the old version to get fragments or to get a champion from a champion chase event, from a summon rush, sorry. And it's been like this since Gala Longbraids. She was the very first champion that was introduced into a summon rush event. Now we got Mishinaki in the format of fragments, right? You need 20 sacreds, which I think is a pretty solid way to do the guaranteed events, but we're gonna cover that in just a bit. The main thing that I do want to cover is why we didn't have a guaranteed event from Ancient Shards for over 6 months. And almost the same with Sacred Shards. That's why I have a lot of Ancient Shards saved up right now and Sacreds. Like you see, I'm loaded. The main idea with that is that if we're going to have a quick look at the calendar, so you can actually head over all the way here to AfterShockUnited.gg. You're going to be able to pretty much see all the events that we ever had in the game, you know. The last event that we had from Ancient Shards was in November last year. From Sacreds was in November last year. So it's been over 6 months since we had a guaranteed event from Ancient and Sacreds. And you can see the amount, 150 Ancients, 20 Sacreds for Elva. Now, a lot of you guys might be like, well, they didn't stop them because we still have guaranteed events from Voids. The next 4 events are guaranteed from Voids. And then we have the Mishinaki one, the Summon Rush for 20 Sacreds as well. Which, in my opinion, is much better than any guaranteed event, just because you are collecting other rewards. But we're going to discuss that in just a second. I do think that that is a much better way of doing guaranteed events. First, you see 150 Ancient Shards, 20 Sacreds. You might say, like, it's hard to get them, but not impossible as free to play. Then you're looking at 110 Void Shards. Much harder to get 110 Void Shards than it is to get 150 Ancients or 20 Sacreds. You might think it's not, but it is actually. Because Sacreds, they only have like a 5% lower chance to get them compared to a Void Shard from Clan Boss. And if you're heading to the Doom Tower, probably every month you're getting 2 extra Void Shards compared to the Sacreds, or actually 3 maybe. You're able to purchase a Void Shard from the clan shop whenever it appears. You can purchase Sacreds from there, and that's about it. Like, you're only really getting from quests and stuff like 4 or 5 extra Voids, including the Doom Tower. And when you're looking at the clan boss, right, if you're farming Ultra Nightmare, you have a pretty good chance of getting shards. 50% chance to get an Ancient, 18% chance to get a Void, 13% chance to get a Sacred. So it's a 5% chance difference in between the Void and the Sacreds. The difference is that you need 15 to 20 Sacreds for a guaranteed event, and you need 100 plus Voids for a guaranteed event. So if you're doing the math, it's almost impossible to collect so many Void Shards in the same time frame. Like, it's not almost impossible, it's impossible unless you're spending money. So you can do whatever you want, beat everything in the game, you're just not going to get more. If you're winning in a CVC, you're doing your personal rewards, then yes, you are getting a couple of Voids in there instead of just getting 1 or 2 Sacreds. So that adds a couple more, 4 more a month, let's just say like that, or something like that. Is still not covering the difference, you know. And if you are doing any other clan boss except Ultra Nightmare, some of you guys do Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare, some of you guys do Brutal as well, or Hard, and all these, they have chances to drop Void Shards. Like right here, if you're paying attention to the Hard clan boss, the Guardian chest that you're getting from there has a 1.86 chance to drop a Void, 3.72 chance to drop an Ancient Shard. If you go all the way to Brutal, again, the last chest that you're gonna get from there, 1.84% chance for a Void, 9.21 for a Ancient Shard. And that, of course, it comes out of the total of 11.5%. I'm just kind of like telling you the distribution in between the chances to get the specific shard, you know, when you are doing that specific content. From Nightmare, the chances, they go up quite a bit, and you do have a pretty good chance at getting a Sacred Shard. They are actually better than getting a Void Shard. So that's another thing to keep in mind, like 6.10% chance to get a Sacred, while you have a 3-point chance to get a Void. And the main reason why I'm showing you all this is just to understand first that it's much easier for us to get Ancient and Sacred Shards as free to play. It's much easier for us to save them than it is to save Void Shards. If you're going and doing any dungeon in the game, you're gonna have a 0.5% chance to drop an Ancient Shard, and that's unlimited. So if you do 1,000 runs a week, of course you're not gonna do that as free to play, but you're gonna have quite a few Ancient Shards from there as well. Then if you go all the way right here to the market, every single month you're gonna be able to purchase 5 Ancient Shards. Then of course you have the quests. You have the weekly quests, which give you an Ancient from here. You're not gonna get it from the daily, but you have the monthly, which will give you the Void and the Sacred. The advanced doesn't give you shards. If you go all the way to the bazaar, you're gonna be able to purchase shards weekly or every 2 weeks or monthly, depending on what shards you're purchasing from here. So Ancients and Sacreds. That's why we're not getting other events, guys, because we're not spending money when we are doing the guaranteed events. The majority of players are actually saving their shards for these events, and they're waiting and they're waiting and they're waiting. And whenever we have 2x events or 10x events, we don't really bother that much, just open enough to complete the event or to get the fragments for a fusion, and then game over. We're gonna stay and save the shards till the next guaranteed event comes. And this is kind of like the aftermath of it, you know. We're not getting the guaranteed events anymore, and Plarium is saying that they haven't cancelled them. They're saying that no, we're still doing them, and they're pointing out the Void events. But how I mentioned, it's probably 3 times harder to get 110 Voids than it is to get 150 Ancients. Easy is 3 times harder. Like, that's an understatement, honestly, to put it like that. So that's my take on it. I don't think they're planning to bring them back anytime soon, and if they will be bringing them back, they won't be as regular as they used to be. If you pay attention right here, you see we actually had quite a few events going on almost every month, or if not every second month, so they went in for quite a while, and they're amazing events, man. Like, they're such a good thing to have, because you know you can get that specific champion, and on the way to it, you have a very high chance at getting other champions too, you know. So 100%, they were very good events. The community loved them, and whatever is good, guys, doesn't really last for a long time. You know how it is. That's pretty much with everything in life generally. Now, moving over to the next sort of guaranteed event, we had a Mishinaki event. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough shards to complete this one. A bummer, I really regret it, but I didn't want to spend money on Sacreds. So basically, if you are opening 20 Sacreds, you're getting the champion and you're getting some extra rewards. Now, of course, these rewards are not something to break the bank for. Yes, you're getting an extra legendary skill tome, a chicken, a epic skill tome, another chicken, a bit of energy, some eternal soul coins, a chaos orb. But it's much better to have this, not only because of the rewards. If you have a lot of mystery shards saved up, if you have pretty much any sort of shard saved up, you're gonna be able to go and complete it. You know, like, it makes such a massive difference to be able to go and do that. I think you needed around, what, 80 plus Void shards to complete this. So let's just say today they're starting a guaranteed event, right? And as a surprise, I saved Sacreds, but they decide to be like, well, guys, today we have an event from Ancient Shards, guaranteed Rotos. And I'm like, my god, I have no Ancients. I saved Sacreds because that's what I thought. And you can complete it. Well, with these events, it doesn't matter because you might not have enough ancient shards to get to 10,000 points because the value is so bad in a summon rush for ancient shards. So that's kind of like the bad part about it, actually, staying to think about it. But you are able to open pretty much whatever type of shard you guys want. So if you have 10,000 mystery shards and you're not busy, head over and open them. You're gonna get a guaranteed event without even bothering to open a proper shard. You're just gonna open mystery shards, you know. So I personally think that having these sort of guaranteed events is so much better, just generally for everyone, you know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm pretty curious to hear it as well. And again, I'm very curious to know if Plarium will actually bring these sort of events back. Are we gonna get a next event similar with this? I hope so, because it's definitely a pretty good thing. It is a bit more costly in terms of shards, but if you compare the inflation that we had with Elva, for example, you're still gonna be there. Like, Elva was 20 sacreds and you just got Elva. With Mishinaki, 20 sacreds or whatever other shards you wanted, and you got some other rewards in there as well, you know. I definitely think it's much better, and I do think it's a shame that we're not getting any guaranteed from ancients and even sacreds like we used to do before. Amazing events. I'm just praying that Plarium will bring them back in the future, even if they're not as often. Hopefully they will consider to bring them back. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As usual, much love. Appreciate all of you guys watching. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to smash that like, subscribe for more content, turn on all notifications to make sure you won't be missing any of the future uploads. That was all for today, guys. Much love. Peace.